Hello, this is meteorologist Bill Steffen. Happy Friday. We're into our coldest week of the winter. This period now from January 17 through the 23rd is traditionally when we have our coldest part of the winter. And you got to check and make sure you got half the firewood and half of your winter supplies ready to go because we got a lot of cold weather ahead here over this next week and over the next month and a half or so. Here's our weather headlines. Friday could turn out to be the warmest day of January, and this Friday we'll see temperatures up into the mid to upper 30s. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody at the lakeshore actually made it up to 40. Well, we got some snow on the ground. That should temper things a little bit, but pretty strong push of warmer air from the south sent temperatures up above freezing here during the afternoon. It's going to get windy out there. We're looking for gusts to around 30 to 40 miles an hour, so beware of that. Snow, some falling temperatures here during the day on Saturday. During the day Saturday, the temperature will probably fall about 10, 12 degrees. So what you see in the early morning, it's going to be a whole lot colder by the time we hit Saturday evening and the Lions start playing there over in Detroit. Very cold weather expected here from Sunday through Wednesday morning. There's a little bit on the weather that we have out toward the lakeshore. We have small craft advisories in overnight, and then that turns to gale warnings. Now, there are different wind criteria for the different uh, levels that we have of wind. You can see that we have as a symbol for gale warnings, we have the two triangular flags, and you'll see those flying at some of the marinas there. Um, we get winds up around 25 to 38 miles an hour. That's considered small craft. And then from 38 up to 55 is considered gale warnings. And normally it's windier out over the open water there, but pretty gusty day coming up here. Great weather for winter sports. This has been quite a month for it. We've had a couple of weeks here now when temperatures have been a little bit below freezing. Resorts have had to been able to make snow, and there's been natural snow as well. This is Bittersweet, where they've had about 6 inches of fresh powdered snow here over the past 2.5 days. They report a base of 30 to 45 inches. So if you can stand the cold weather that's coming here into Monday and Tuesday, skiing ought to be really nice out there. Here's a look at how much snow we expect over the next 72 hours. Where you see the yellow and orange, that's where the heaviest snow is going to fall, and that's downwind from Lake Superior. Keweenaw Peninsula should see quite a bit of snow over to around the Porcupine Mountains. And then between Sault Ste. Marie and Marquette, that area around Grand Marais and Munising should pick up 6 to 12 inches of new snow. There is one dot of yellow east-southeast of Traverse City around Kalkaska, so that could be over half-foot of snow there. One of the reasons we're not going to get a ton of snow with this cold Arctic air coming across Lake Michigan is because the initial air mass is very, very dry. And normally when it gets cold like this, the snowflakes aren't real big. They tend to be kind of small, and it looks kind of hazy out there, and the snow is going to be falling for a long time, so it will accumulate a little bit, but we're not anticipating any gigantic, big blizzard type dumps of snow here. But there will certainly be slippery spots here on the roads once things cool off late Saturday all the way on through Wednesday. And you can see the snow in the Appalachian Mountains there in West Virginia, also downwind from Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Here's what we have for today. We may see a little bit of sunshine poking through from time to time. 37 degrees in the afternoon. The warmest we've been so far this month is 35. So, like I said, could be the warmest day of the month. Temperature during the early morning down to 24. Winds out of the south 15 to 25 miles an hour. Look for gusts of around 30 to 35 or even 30 to 40 inland and as high as 45 at the lakeshore. Now we're going to go through each day here and show you how warm it's going to be across the country. And here in West Michigan, you can see we got 36 here for Grand Rapids as a mid-afternoon temperature. Chicago makes 40. They don't have snow on the ground there. 38 up in Minneapolis, so it's a push of milder air coming on in. But after that, things slide downhill. You can see where the numbers start to cool off, the cold air pouring down into the northern plains, and temperatures dropping there. We're still 31. That's right after midnight on Saturday. During the day, it won't be that warm. And then the high temperature here on Sunday will be 20 degrees colder at 11 above, and you can see those single-digit and even below zero high temperatures. Minot, North Dakota at minus 11 for a high temperature. Yikes! And minus 10 for Duluth. So this is there straight off the North Pole, which just kind of slides down through Canada. There's snow on the ground, doesn't have much of a chance to warm up. and we're pretty chilly. Coldest days are going to be Monday and Tuesday. We'll take a look at Monday and show you that temperatures here will be in the single digits in the afternoon. It's not going to help to go to Indianapolis. Look at that, a high of 7 there. All the way down to the south, temperatures are in the low 40s and upper 30s, even along the Gulf of Mexico coastline. Cold air streams down into Texas and pushes to the east. And then finally on Tuesday, you can see we're still in the single digits here in lower Michigan Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures start to warm up a little bit in the northern plains. You can see 38 at Lake Charles, Louisiana for a high. Where it looks like 39 in New Orleans there. It's kind of hard to read. And 31 in Atlanta. It stays below freezing all day there. And finally, we get to Wednesday afternoon. We're cold Wednesday morning, probably around 0, but then we warm up back to 19 on Wednesday and probably up to 30 on Thursday. So temperatures the second part of next week are going to be a whole lot warmer than the first part of the week. Latest long-range outlook takes us all the way to January 30, and again, look at all the blue. We're still in the below-average temperature pattern, but we've lost the really dark blues here, so we won't be too far away from normal. Temperatures will probably be in the 20s. Here's the next 5 days for you. 37 degrees for Friday, and some snow and 29, some slick spots on the road Sunday through Tuesday. And look at those temperatures take a tumble here. That 13 on Sunday may be right after midnight. Temperatures in the afternoon may be down in the single figures. And we got a couple of, even with the wind coming across Lake Michigan, we'll probably get just a touch below the 0 mark here, -2 and -4. Now keep in mind, we're probably killing a lot of bugs that might bother you in the summertime. So there's always a good side to what's going on. One final note, hey, it's the birthday of Benjamin Franklin. You see him on the $100 bill. Well, many of us don't see too many $100 bills, but January 17th, 1706, he was interested in science, technology, weather. He was an amazing guy. By the way, he was the 15th child out of 17 kids that his parents had, or as his father had. His father had 2 wives. He had 7 children with his first wife, and then another 10 children with his second wife after his first wife passed away. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence. He was the oldest person to sign it. He also invented, among other things, the Franklin wood stove, the lightning rod, bifocal glasses, the odometer to measure how far a horse went. He did almanacs, newspapers, journals. He lived to be 85 years old, so he was a pretty amazing man and gave us a lot of wonderful inventions. So happy Ben Franklin Day, everybody. Thanks for checking the weather here. Don't forget you can check us out anytime on YouTube at BillSteffen.com or right here at BillSteffen616 on YouTube and BillSteffen.com. Have yourself a good Friday and a great weekend. Once again, this is Bill Steffen.